Hello and welcome once again to Grand Signature Blog. I am Shanique Hughes and I'm with my good friend and mentor, Robert Kenneth. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So right now we're going to talk about comparables and how to get the numbers. We talked about that a little bit on the other segment. Right. However, right now we're going to talk about why you don't really take in consideration the number of bedrooms and the number of baths to be able to get the comparables. Why do you go by square footage?
Okay. So if you have a 1,000 square foot home, and in the example we were just talking about, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I have a 3,000 square foot home that's also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. My house is clearly larger than yours. So if we only go by bedrooms and bathrooms, you have a 3-2, I have a 3-2, yours should be the same value as mine?
Absolutely no.
Okay, because I have 2,000 square foot more.
But mine has a pool.
Okay, so we take into account location, we take into account do you have a pool and I don't have a pool?
A garage.
A garage, a 2 cars, and a 1 car. But in the whole scheme of things, when you're investing, okay, we want the greatest equity spread that we can get. Because again, we make money when we buy. We realize the profit when we sell. So as long as you understand that, you're reducing your risk for loss, or you're increasing your ability for profit. So if I have a 3,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, I do 3 or 4 properties in my subdivision within a half a mile, and I determine what is the price per square foot. And then I take that price per square foot and I multiply it towards the property that I'm looking at. And I shared a story with you earlier. To protect the innocent, I'll change the name. We'll call him Guido. Came to an investor club's meeting, handed me a flyer, told me he had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home he wanted me to look at. I knew the area well. He told me the price. I thought it was a little high, especially because he was trying to promote it as a wholesale property.
Deal.
And so I went out, I met him, we walked through the house, and sure enough, it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. But they remodeled the house without permit. It was really a 2-1. So they added a bathroom, they added two bedrooms, and he wanted to convince me it was really a 4-2.
And how did you find out it was really a 2-1?
Because I called code enforcement, building and planning, and zoning for that particular city, and I asked, what do you show as this house? And they told me it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So why would I buy it if it were a 4-2, no permits? I then have to transition it or get the inspectors to come out and pay the extra money. Wasn't worth it.
It's a nightmare.
It's a complete and utter nightmare. You got to stay away from that. So in all the years, just so you know, in all the years I've been doing this, since the early 80s, I've purchased 1 wholesale property. And so I get wholesale lists after wholesale list, and the daisy chaining is you found it, then you sold it to this next person, who sold it to the next person, and then you're buying it. So they've slowly eaten up all the meat on the bone.
And this is one of the reasons why real estate can be very complicated and can be very difficult, because if you don't have the right mentor and the right education and the right everything in place, I mean, I wouldn't know. If I walk into an REIA meeting and someone says, hey, this guy is a great wholesaler, I'm taking their word. Maybe I'm naive, maybe I don't have enough knowledge or experience, or I haven't invested enough to know this kind of things, and this is where you come in.
Let's recap. So, to determine a house's value, you will look at 3 similar properties that have sold within the previous 6 months that are similar, and then compensate for the differences. Does one home have a pool and yours doesn't? Find out what the pool is worth and subtract that from your home. Does one of the comps have 100 square feet less? Then find the cost per square foot average in your area and increase your home's value by that much. Without being an agent or an appraiser, you may have a harder time accessing this information. However, you can find lots of tools like Zillow.com, Trulia.com, Redfin, Realtor.com, Property Shark. All these sites, they're free house value sites, and you can access that information very easily.
So I really, really appreciate all of your input. And if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
I'd love to talk with them. They can reach me at my email, hotforclsr@aol.com. It's an abbreviation for hot foreclosure. Or call me, area code 954-494-2054. And yes, you would be naive.
We won't do that, or we'll try to avoid those mistakes.
Please do.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for more. Don't go anywhere.
Subscribe and join the investment community. We have a new episode every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube and Vimeo.